Power forward at 6'4" from Chad. Your underdog, number 23, Adam Nillinger. Small forward at 6'4" from Palestine. Your 15-time Z Sport MVP, number 14 from Plano East, Moody Albabasi. Is that tough? All right, welcome guys to Z Sports. This is your ESPN table, checking in. Lay down the basic rules. First, we got the regular games. All right, this is normal bracket. We're gonna go 1s and 2s to 15, win by 2. All right. When it comes to chip, we gotta up the score. So it's gonna be 2s and 3s to 31. The rules are: the corner of that wall is out. Once you dribble into the concrete, you can't. We got guys on every side calling fouls, calling makes, calling misses. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fucking fit. All right, here we go. We got game 1. We got Moody versus Adam. All right, may the best man win. We got greatness on the court. And, you know, Moody's the guy you want in these situations. Pulls the, I mean, just drained. That's just drained. That'll count for 1. No, but that is Moody from downtown. Check the ball, coming towards the table. Lays it up. Checked up very nice. This is respectable. Adam from deep will drive that one in beautifully. We got 2 there. Does he want it again? He does. You know, it's those moments where you have the opportunity to turn diamonds into dust and you just don't have enough pressure. That's what's going to happen to these guys. Ball comes back out to Moody. Moody making some moves. Pulls up. You know what's going to happen with these courts like that, with the thinner rims. Just going to get a lot of bounce right there. Adam with the bucket. That'll count for 1. Driving. Step back.
There's a block, baby. Did I hear foul?
I saw some contact too. I think we're gonna give that to him on a foul. It's all right. That's what you're gonna see when you got 2 6'5" guys against each other. You know, it's gonna be one of those days. Adam Driver. Get it. You know, you gotta play through those, and those little cramps suck, and you know it's gonna give him 1. Find a way to do something about it, but just see what we can make happen. Moody from deep. That'll give him 1. Again, bang! Can I get a score check from our score table?
7-3.
We got 7-3. We're going to 15, win by 2. Oh, would have been legendary. That's, you know, one of those ones you see on TV. If those go in, they make moves, right? Some mid-range action. Moody's just going to drag that one across the rim. 3-7 right now. Moody's in the lead. Adam drives back up. All ball. All ball right there. Oh, we could run a slow replay on that.
Adam drives back up.
Just a slow replay. I see all ball. All right, here we go. Let's see it. Ball to Adam. Adam to Moody. It's going to be those short shots that just missed by a little inch. Beautiful. Beautiful layup. Terrible execution. Early jump. Still in bounds. That's just what it's going to have to be. Oh, some queso with that chip. Moody back with the ball. Another mid-range jumper. 9-3 score right now. Adam goes back up. It's going to be those. Moody from downtown Green. We got 11-3 right now. Adam round the bend. Just can't execute. You know, it's going to be those jumps and those short range moments where, you know, you really need to go all the way. And sometimes guys like that just can't. Moody by the rim. Just short. Adam, long range.
I don't fucking hate it.
Moody's going to put some distance in between them. Pull up. It's all right. It's all right. He's got a big enough lead to where he can make things like this work. All right, back to Moody. Moody from mid-range. Just not able to close the distance with the rim. You know, we're not necessarily looking down on guys for shots like that, but you know what happens. Moody by the rim. We're going to see Adam look a little confused. Adam on the 180 comes around and puts it down. Beautiful.
5'11".
Adam by the rim. Just going to throw that one in there.
5'11".
Adam playing aggressive game. Moody from the corner. Splash! That'll do it. We got Moody up. So Moody's going to move on to the next round. Our next game here is going to be Daniel and Benny. All right, we're here with Moody after the game. Listen, man, I mean, you got to wonder when it comes down like that where, you know, you're just over the guy the whole time, score-wise. You know, what's going through your mind here?
I really need a recovery Gatorade.
That's your move. So when you're out here taking these mid-range to long-range shots, you know, you got to be thinking: is it going in? Is it not going in? What's your mindset there?
I'm just thinking about, you know, where the ball is and when is it gonna go in the net.
Oh, you're one of those guys, right? You're one of those guys. How about when you're blocking, you know, a guy around your size, right? Are you feeling, you know, nervous? Are you feeling maybe you don't got it? What's your mindset there?
No, honestly, I feel like even if I've played guys bigger than me, you know, I just always think I'm capable. I just wanna remember that I'm always capable of doing whatever I put my mind to. And you know, like even when I miss shots, I don't even think about the defense because he didn't like stop me from scoring. I just missed my shot.
Right.
It had nothing to do with him.
Right, on that Kobe type.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, well, you know, what emotions are you taking back to the locker room?
You know, I'm just ready to take the 16th banner back to Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Gonna take it back home. You know, getting ready to win another championship.
All right, we'll get this next game going. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
All right, we're on our second matchup here. We got Daniel versus Benny. And, you know, just kind of some pregame thoughts here. You know, you got to put faith in the kid, the underdog. Daniel's a guy who can put up some shots and make the good ones, but not very good at close range. You know, not a guy you're going to see driving to the rim, making those big kaboom plays. You know, Benny's kind of guy who can do it all. You know, you call him, he's there, right? You call him from the three-point line, he's there. You call him at the rim, he's there. He's a guy who's dependable. But, you know, when matched up a guy who's his size, I think we're going to be in for a good game. So
I think Daniel's one of those guys who he gets pretty aggressive and pretty intense and like really into the game. But you have a guy in Benny who he's done really good against his competition. Like even facing up against the champion Moody, he faced off pretty well in previous seasons against him, only losing by scores like 10 to 15. You know, really matching up well to a guy way bigger than him. You know, but Daniel, I don't think my pick for this matchup. I think Benny advances to the final here, folks. And yeah, you know, just Daniel, he's not that guy.
When it comes down to taking your pick for who's going to be the guy to do this, I'd say bets are on Benny here. And it, you know, it sucks to say Daniel's my guy, but I just think we got to stack him up.
What?
Standing in at 5'9", number 11 from Ethiopia, Daniel McConan. Standing in at 5'9", number 10, your very own from Lebanon, Benny. We got Benny's ball right here.
Yeah, Benny he's unstoppable from that perimeter. I mean, you're just going to see him find his way to the lane. Oh, but he barely misses.
And it's fun. You know, you're going to see that happen with these smaller guys. Daniel's going to pull up. Questionable shot there. Benny from long range.
Bang! Bang!
You know, when it comes to the conversation of GOAT of these smaller guys, I got Benny.
It's not ridiculous.
You know what?
It's not ridiculous to say that.
You know, I would take, even with his small time in the league, I would take RJ as the GOAT of the smaller guys.
We're taking RJ. RJ? You got RJ there?
We can all agree that Daniel is definitely not in the GOAT debate at all. Benny has ball because Daniel dribbled it off his foot. So, you know, speaking for itself.
Bang! Benny!
Can we check the N1 call there? Hey, booth review N1. Give him the call. We're gonna give him the call at the N1. Benny from deep. Nice little check up here after the break. Unnecessary move. Unnecessary shot. You know, I just can't find reason in shooting these deep shots. You know,
getting behind it at all. I can't get behind Daniel's like.
Daniel from deep.
Bang.
Green. 4-2 right now. Daniel from deep again. Doesn't deliver.
Wow.
Benny with the ball.
He'll take one of his own.
Ho. What happens when you jump in that water? Splash!
Exchanging threes.
Yeah, we're just exchanging threes here. We've got 8-2 on the score.
4 threes. I mean, 3 threes from Benny and 1.
Benny, you're just giving him too much room. You know, even on misses like that, I think we need to see harder defense out of Daniel. We have a light dribble back. Okay.
Questionable move here.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, what kind of offense you call that shit?
Yo, hey, run that back. Can we run that back? He called and one as well.
Goodness gracious.
He's twerking currently. Beautiful Hezzy.
Oh!
That's a bucket.
What score?
10-2 on the score right now.
We're gonna see a deep 3-point competition in the final.
Almost.
Rare mislay.
Yeah, you know, it happens to guys like this. Daniel
sucking a dick.
almost put the ball on the table. Oh.
Really big brick. I mean, he's lucky he didn't wedgie that.
Daniel's getting psyched out by these moves. You know, when it comes to smaller guys like these, I think they got bigs like us just outclassed with the. I just don't know what we're seeing in Daniel right here. We're gonna pull up. That's splash. Okay. Table.
What score?
We don't know. We have 10-4 right now.
Potentially 10-6.
I mean,
Wow.
we're draining it like a bathtub out here.
Could be having good
Round the bend.
I call foul. He hit my.
Call foul. I see. I saw it.
Round the bend. I call foul.
Yeah, we have foul over here.
Someone's phone is going on.
What?
Good dribbles by Daniel. Mom. All right, we got 10-6 right now. We got a timeout by Daniel. You know, it's not something you see all the time. From a guy who can go from draining these threes back here to just missing anything else mid-range. It's
bipolar player.
It's getting hard to watch, you know. But you got to put faith in the kid. You know, when it comes to moments like these, you just got to understand sometimes it is the underdog who makes plays like that.
In the end, he is only down 4. I mean, it's still a close game, but I still have Benny taking.
Why are you walking?
You know, I mean, we saw just deep range from both players, honestly, and they're gonna check the ball here. But just to piggyback off what I was saying from earlier, we're just gonna see in the finals matchup with Moody and one of these two, just a lot of threes. Daniel going through, making 3 threes, and we have Benny who has 4. You know, Benny having an and one layup too really just helps him get in the bag.
Here we go. Ball back to Benny. Benny from deep. Green. Hey, we're saying green. Benny at the lane.
Oh,
We have 13-6 right now in the books. Benny from deep.
for game. Oh,
Oh.
no.
You know what's gonna happen. That's all right. We got Daniel hit a little 3, hit a little 2 action. 13-8. I think Daniel's just gonna pull up right there. Yeah. You know, that's just kind of stuff you're gonna see out of the guy. It's predictable. It gets old, but you know, it's the guy. You got to put faith in the kid.
Do you think you can come back with this?
You know, I think a comeback could happen. I don't think it will. You know, and that's just got to be my standpoint. Daniel pressing on harder with the defense. Benny needs a 2 for the win right here.
We should have seen this defense from the start, honestly. Daniel doesn't even get the rebound. Oh, but a good defensive board from Daniel. I mean, we really just should have seen this defensive intensity from the beginning if Daniel wanted a shot at winning. Oh, and he just bricks it.
Yeah, this is a game though. You know, and I feel like we gotta.
Bang!
This is game.
Wow.
Benny will take the W
And advance to the final.
and advance in the final. So we're gonna hit the interview now and see what Benny's thinking. All right, so I mean, great win there, you know, and it's gotta come from the right guy. So what are you thinking? You know, when you're up here, you got Daniel, 2 arms up. What's your mindset?
My mindset is he's too slow to block my shot, so I'm fine with pulling it. He's too slow to rebound, so I'm fine with missing. So if I know I can beat him in every aspect of the game, then there's nothing to worry about.
You know, we saw you pull up a couple shots and didn't go your way. You know, what's your take there?
I say, you know, a good shooter keeps shooting. You know, obviously you got to know when maybe it's not your day, but in a game like this, it's never not your day. You got to keep shooting.
Yeah, you know, we have Daniel laughing back here. You know, you only get a post-game interview if you win, right? So get the hell out of that chair, boy. Ooh. All right, here we're actually gonna do a losers interview right now. You know, Daniel, you're making some wild shots from back here. What's the thought process behind pulling up?
I mean, you know, I have the best.
Yeah, I don't care. We're fighting right now for some third place action. You know, I got Daniel on my right. Loser game 2. I got Adam on my left, loser game 1. You know, with this game, guys, Daniel, I'm going to ask you first, you know, what are you thinking going in?
Just shoot my shots.
Right. And that didn't work last time. So, Adam, what are you thinking going in the game, man?
Well, I think if Daniel puts a performance anything like what he played against Benny, I think it'll just be a shutout. I don't even see him scoring a bucket. So, should be a pretty easy game.
All right, you know, I'm going to have y'all shake hands, you know, just let's get this game started. All right, we got our sub-champ match. This is going to be our third place right here. You know, I already did the intro with the guys. We know how they're feeling. We know how they're feeling coming in this game. And, you know, I feel like emotions really drive how you play. I feel like that's what's important. So, you know, we're just going to have them check up, and we're going to watch this wonderful game of basketball. All right, let's see.
Bro, I see the pollen fly up in the air every time the ball plays.
Oh, you know, bad miss from Daniel. He's the kind of guy who's going to take these shots and just, you know, either tap the rim or just completely miss it. Adam with the ball.
Adam just driving down.
You can't stop the thunder. Adam going mean to the rim.
That kind of power is just unstoppable.
That's a one.
He even shows his.
We're going to count him 2. We count 2 on that. We got 3-0 on the scoreboard.
Are we playing 2? 15, right?
7.
Adam showing his dominance down low. Just too easy. Up and down.
You know, you can't slow a guy like that. You know, a guy with just that amount of drive, you know, 4-0 game. Daniel with the ball.
He's going to do absolutely nothing. Adam with the rebound. Adam takes it back.
I don't know what we're shooting over there with Daniel. You know, top of the backboard, actually, not the ball rolling out. Beautiful steal. He'll go to the rim. Same shot as always. Air. Ball. I mean, this guy.
Can you hold up his
You know, stuff like this is going to happen in these games. We just got miss after miss after miss from Daniel. We're hoping for something big here. Adam with the ball. Adam from deep. Give me the bucket. That'll be 6-0. We're match point right here. Hey, Z Sport rule right here. Switch ball on game point. I want to see it. Daniel's ball with 6-0.
Show his little hops. His hops.
And that was Jewish as fuck.
Daniel with the 2. Putting 2 on the board.
First shots, first points of the game.
Really? I thought you were man. I scored.
You know, Daniel's getting kind of aggravated here. It's just not something you want to see in a game like this.
Daniel
Playing
might
some
have to
big
get
defense.
relegated to the U10.
And there it goes. We got our third place interview coming up. Stay tuned. This is ESPN on Z Sports.
And how you doing? This is ESPN live from the court post third place match. Adam almost shut him out with a 6-0 early lead, and then obviously we had the switch on match point, which caused Daniel to make a 3 that made the score. Final score ended up being 6-2 with then a bucket from Adam, making it 7-2 final score. How do you feel about that third place match?
I view this just as it's just a stepping stone. Like it's just a step in the path of eventually getting to another championship.
Do you think facing Moody in the semifinal was probably the reason to be here right now?
It is. I think if I'd been on the opposite end of the bracket with Moody, I'd be facing him in the championship right now, and I would at least be walking home with a second place. But I back Benny to overthrow Moody. I think it'll be a really good game, but you know.
That sounds great. All right, and this is ESPN. Congrats, Adam.
ZSPN coming at you, Z Sports. We got our boy Moody here.
How you doing,
You know?
guys? How you doing?
Going to the chip. You know, what are you feeling? It's got to be nerves. It's got to be, you know, flowing. You know, I want to get inside your head here. What are you feeling?
I mean, this championship floor, you know, I've won 15 titles here. I'm ready to bring home a 16th. Absolutely not nervous at all. This feels just everyday routine to me every day. Of course.
So, you know, a guy like you with 15 under the belt, are you looking for 16 here?
Of course, baby. I'm looking for 20 if you ask me.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready to conquer this league and just, you know, take it under my wing.
All right, we'll get back to warming up. Appreciate it. All right, we got our second contender here for the Z Sports Championship. You know, it's got to be flowing. You know, it's got to be some nerves with you, you know, facing a 15-time champion at this sport.
I mean, I would say the expectation for him, he's got a lot of pressure on him, and I have none. And, you know, when someone has nothing to lose, they're a little dangerous. So I like to think of myself as an underdog every day. So we'll see how it goes.
What's your game plan, you know, facing a big?
Pray. You know, pray. I think, you know, I'm just going to have to rely on myself, and myself might not be enough, but I'm always enough, you know? I'm always enough.
And, you know, that's a good mindset to have. All right. Well, I mean, we'll just get into the game. Hey, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we got ZSPN coming at you through Z Sports. You know, it's got to mean something. This game, you know, being for a Z Sports Championship, you got to be thinking, you know, what do the guys at the table think? So we're just going to walk through that and, you know, kind of say what we're feeling here. I'll start with Daniel.
You know,
I'll end with Daniel. We're going to go over here to my left to Adam.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a really good game. There's a lot on the line for Benny. First of all, if he can overthrow the reigning champion Moody, he's the guy to beat at this point. I mean, dominant win over Daniel. That's not saying much, but like, you know, I think there's a lot on the line for both players in this match. It'll be a really good one.
You know, I don't think you can have a match like this and not have the GOAT conversation involved. You got a guy who's put 15 championships under his belt, and you've got the underdog, you know, the little guy. But you got to watch out for the little guy, right? This is the guy who can be really defensive and really offensive, especially at the rim. All right, and, you know, I think we're going to have a good game here. You know, you just got to hope. You just got to believe. You got to watch this game, see how it goes. There's no telling who can win. There's no telling who could lose. All right, here we go. Mind you guys, this is the championship, so we're 2s and 3s to 31. Benny with the spin. Put some sriracha on the ball. He's getting hot.
Is that a 2 or 3?
I got it.
Which front of it? Benny down low.
Again from the other side. You know, it's all right. You're going to see these. Moody takes it back right next to the table. That one
No
just
good.
just barely doesn't go in.
Just unlucky from there.
Hezzy right there. Loses a little bit of control. Moody getting close and personal, but
Another
Benny,
one from Benny.
knocks it down.
Honest man.
4-zip. Some contact on the ball here. Still got all his
What does
dribbles.
Benny have?
Step back.
Tip.
He put a hand on it.
It's that massive wingspan. Wow.
Moody with the Euro.
Boom.
All around the town. You know, when we're going side to side, we also got to understand that, Lebanon and Palestine are just that close to each other. You got to put it in perspective. This match isn't just about winning and losing. Z Sports, ZSPN, it's about culture. It's about pride. Who's going to have the bragging rights after this game? Ball back to Benny. Benny by the table. Takes it back. Benny finding a way. Reverse.
Reverse. I feel
You want to call it out of bounds? We're going to go out of bounds on that one, top of the backboard. Moody with the ball.
There was not hit the reverse, but that's how we find that out as the game goes on. 3 from Benny. No good. That'll
Missed
be
it
out.
long. And I can feel you on that take there. I think it's definitely something that should have happened. I think it's something that should have been thought of. But, in moments like that, it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Check back up. Moody with the ball. Moody from mid-range. Moody decides to play it. No check.
Benny getting in his bag.
Benny with the hey!
6'5". 6'5", Benny. Trading buckets right now.
Can we get an instant replay on that one? We just had that contact there, and I'm thinking, regardless of the size, head to nose, that's just gotta hurt. It's never gonna feel good. So we're just gonna take a second, let Moody recover. Let him feel it out. We got the thumbs up right there, a little clap. I'm thinking he's good. Let's play ball. Nice little check right here. Keeping it cordial. We see some aggression on the ball by Moody. Moody's gonna play harder defense here. I think he wants it more.
Then he'll take it back out.
Yeah, he's keeping it cordial. Benny, step back. Step back again. Oh, we're just not gonna get the bucket there. The move was enough. Little put up, something nice for Moody. Why did my voice like? Something nice for Moody.
6 to 7.
Yeah, we have 6 Benny, 7 Moody. Moody back him up into the rim. Just get a nice little lay.
6 to 9.
That's the advantage you're going to get with these bigger guys. You're just going to be able to push the little guy around, which, it sucks in some aspects, but, we got these guys being more shifty, as we can see right here.
Benny
That's
just
right.
having to throw something up.
Right, that's a hard shot.
Yeah.
We got 6 Benny. Moody's at 9. Mind you, we're going to 31 here. Nice little sky hook right there.
6 to
Here we go. Back to Moody. Moody from mid-range, and that'll splash. Give me 3 there. Oh, we got 6 to 14. Moody in the lead. Moody again, same spot, will knock it down. We got 6 to 17.
And just in the blink of an eye, the game is just run away. Almost, it just seems like it's run away from Benny.
I mean, it's the same
Just
3
like another one
shots.
there.
It's the exact same 3 shots. You got to be able to put a hand up there no matter the size.
6 to 20.
Again.
Is that another one?
Ball up top, Moody's ball. Moody, little jab step
Another one.
from long. It's going to happen. Benny making the little guy work. There it is. You got to be able to do stuff, no matter what you're given, right? And if you're giving that room to a guy who's smaller, a little more shifty, that's what you're going to get.
He's out. Unlucky shot. Can Benny hit one? He can. 20 to 11.
Benny from deep. Green.
Just like that, the lead is back. The lead is cut right back down to 6.
We got a 14-20 split. Moody's got 20, Benny's at 14.
Moody letting him shoot.
Benny gets
That
the
is
ball
a
stuck.
wedgie.
Yeah, we're gonna get that one down. We're gonna go Moody's ball. Moody with the ball now. Lights go off. Lights go out. Moody. Back to the top with the check. Benny with the ball. Just gonna try and get some room here. Around back. Put it in the net.
It is now 16-23.
Benny with the ball. Too much room for him. 3 me.
19-23. 4-point game.
Benny on it. Benny with the cash.
22-23 with that 3 ball right there.
Where your pockets at? Where your pockets at? Don't turn around to me.
Shoot.
Oh.
Contested for lead. And now we'll go back up top.
We got 22 Benny, 23 Moody. You know, closer game than I expected. But when we get to the later points, I think it's gonna draw out pretty clear who's got this under control. Benny with the ball. It's gonna hit a nice little 2.
24.
And that'll give him the lead. You know, we got Benny 24, Moody 23. And Benny with the ball, thinking about what to do. When a guy's that close to you, you have a weak side. Good move. Is it in, though? No, you know.
Unlucky shot.
Order pizza but can't deliver. You know, that's some good defense right there. You got a guy who's significantly bigger than you. You're just throwing 2 hands up, putting your body in the way. Little spin there.
Fadeaway jumper. No good.
Ball still in play. Moody from mid-range.
No good.
Benny looking for a spot. Finds one. Is it enough?
That reverse.
It is.
It didn't go in?
No, it did. Yeah, Adam, that makes the score 26-23.
Yeah, we got Benny 26, Moody 23. I see some arm contact there. Benny's going to get back the ball.
Smart move from him. Smart move from the smaller guy.
Right. Using these spins.
No, that's clean.
I saw only 2 steps there.
When he went on his pivot.
Buck, put a hand up. That's going to happen by the rim. You got a bigger guy up there. From mid-range again. Knocks it down.
Just like that, Benny has lost the lead.
Moody's back up. Yeah, we got some 27-26 action.
Another Moody. 29-26 here.
And this is going to be game point, so you know what we got to do. We're going to switch possession here. Beautiful Z Sports rule. You know, I think keeps the game energetic. You know, you never know who's going to come up with it. Benny at 26, Moody at 29.
Looks like there are some words being exchanged between the players right now.
You know, we got 2 guys who want it this bad. Moody's got to defend a streak. Good spin.
Fade away. He needed that.
You know,
really bad.
that ball just danced around the rim. Is this gay? Are you not entertained? Moody comes back up with another Z Sports championship. We're gonna cut to our interview here. It's gotta be emotional. It's gotta feel like heaven to you, Moody. What are you feeling right now after that beautiful win?
You know, I really thought I had it there when it was 20-8, but he really showed me there's levels, man. And he took that lead, and you know, I just thought to myself, this is my court, this is my game, this is my place to win. And I just decided to bring another one home. You know, we got it done, baby. We got it done.
You know, and that lines your championship winnings to 16. 16. I mean, what are you feeling about that?
Unbeatable.
Unbeatable. Well, you heard it from Moody. Unbeatable. There's got to be one champion emotion. One word. One word, and unbeatable is the choice. Well, Moody, thank you. That was a beautiful game. You're a great player to watch. 16 championships. This today on ZSPN is your Z Sports champion right here, Moody.